Hey YouTube, I've got another deck profile I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing a deck profile on the updated for Stride format Tachikaze Ancient Dragon deck. This deck is a big surprise. There was a couple people asking if I had a Tachikaze updated deck. So I never got rid of Tachikaze. I've always had Ancient Dragons. I ran the Legion when they got the Legion. I think I posted that video. If not, I may have just forgot. But anyway, so the deck I had before was just a straight up the two different Legions, and that was it. So this one's updated for Stride. This one includes the Break Ride as seen here, Spino Driver. This deck is very similar to Grand Blue. It's a rogue deck. It can come out of nowhere in a local. Nobody expects it. The one guy playing it is probably going to end up in top 4 if it's a small local. It's just that good. I mean, it's crazy. The matchup against Kagero, they can barely even really touch this deck. We'll go over some of the combos, but it's very much like Grand Blue. Grand Blue is really fun, and it's really good. Tachikaze is the exact same thing. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I am running 3 Ancient Dragon Spino Driver, 3 just in the hope that you can draw into this just for the big play with the Break Ride and Legion. It's crazy fast, it's crazy good. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting on him, and you're going to be striding until you're ready to go into Break Ride. Next, we're running 4 Ancient Dragon Tyrannoquake. This is the main Legion. This is the main Vanguard you want to if you don't draw into the Break Ride, it's not that big of a deal. You'll just run this guy. And this Legion is just super good at scaring the opponent. I mean, it looks like these Ancient Dragons are just like yelling, and they're just roaring. So, just look mean and scary. So, 3 Spino Driver. Break Ride, it's really good Break Ride. Basically, when you ride on him, retire 2, draw 2 cards, so it basically replaces the 2 cards, and then you gain 10,000 and a critical. So that combined with Legion is really good because the critical will be at 3 on that turn. Yeah. And the deck is kind of like a rush focused deck, so it's kind of like Nova Grapplers in that it'll get multiple attacks per turn, like 4, 5 attacks in a turn. And then I am running 2 Ancient Dragon Magma Armor. He's a little bit slower than the other 2. That's why I'm only running 2 of him. I am running 2 for the 9 grade 3s. Like I said before, for decks that don't have access to Stride Fodder, for decks that aren't going to use Stride Fodder, I recommend going with 9 grade 3s. It just works to get that extra Stride Fodder target that you may need. So 9 grade 3s. So 13 grade 1s, 11 grade 2s, and 9 grade 3s is really good in Stride format. For grade 2s, 4 of probably the MVP of the deck. This is basically their Tidal Assault. So it's the main grade 2 that does everything. So this is Tyrannobite. This is the Legion mate for Tyrannoquake. So this duo right here is just really good. So what he does is when he's put in the drop zone from the rearguard circle, if you have an Ancient Dragon Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, call him back up to R. So he can self-revive. So if you basically the dinosaurs, they'll cannibalize. So if they eat him, he'll attack, then he'll get eaten, then he'll come back and he'll be standing. So then he'll attack again. If the opponent attacks into him, they kill him. He counterblasts 1, he comes back. So yeah, this thing is just really, really good. Next we've got 4 Ancient Dragon Knight Armor. This is the Legion made for the other Legion. It actually has a decent effect. The only thing I don't like about it, it's only able to do the effect when it's in Legion. So it doesn't work with the Stride, unlike this one. So it's not as good, but it's still a must-have because they don't have a whole lot of other things they can run besides like 10k vanillas and 12k attackers for Ancient Dragon, which isn't really that necessary in this deck because there's better stuff. So just 4 of him, he's a Legion mate. And then 3 of the other best grade 2 they have, the Dino Crowd. So Ancient Dragon Dino Crowd, he basically eats another dinosaur, an Ancient Dragon, and he gains 5,000. So that makes him 14 with a 7 behind him. He's swinging for 21 just like that. So 21 column, easy mode with these guys. Grade 1s, I am running the 1 Quintet Wall. It works really good in here because it's Legion. The deck is still heavily focused on the Legion play. So the 1 Quintet Wall helps conserve your hand. And then the 3 Ancient Dragon Parswal, the Perfect Guard, so 4 Sentinels. Then 2 Ancient Dragon Gatlingar. This guy is the same effect as Dino Crowd, only he's the grade 1. So in a rush situation, although it probably won't ever do this that early, it's V or R, just like him. When he attacks, he can eat an Ancient Dragon and he gains 5,000 power, so... I have a feeling that Bushiroad kind of stole these guys' effects when they were making the effects for the Messiah Link Jokers, because those Messiah, the promo Messiah, the Monk thing, and the grade 1 from the trial deck, they basically do the same kind of thing, only they're doing locking and unlocking compared to these guys, which just retires an Ancient Dragon and gains 5k, so I think they basically copied Ancient Dragons right there. Next, 3 Ancient Dragon Iguanogorg. This guy originally was the main self-reviving dinosaur they had until this guy came out, until the Legion Mate. So same effect as the Legion Mate, but this is just the original. 3 copies because it's the grade 1. Normally your grade 1 will kind of just boost in the back. It won't get absorbed too much, but it can, because there's some crazy plays where it can attack on one side, get eaten up by the guy on the right side or the Vanguard, and then come right back up on the other side. So really nice combos with this deck. That's why it's a whole lot of fun. And then 3 Ancient Dragon Triplasma. This is the 10k grade 1 for Ancient Dragons. Very self-explanatory. And the last grade 1 is 1 Ancient Dragon Crest Runner. This is just the personal tech choice. You could run a 4th one of this, or even a 4th one of this. But I just like to throw this behind the Vanguard on the big turn where they use their Perfect Guard on the stride attack. So now when I'm break riding and doing the Legion, this is the 10k boost for the Legion. So that basically makes him, he'll be what, 26 plus 5, 31, 41. So he'll be 41 with this when he swings at the Vanguard with 3, a critical of 3. So yeah, that's why this is in here. For zeros, it's very simple. It's 12 critical. 12 critical in Tachikaze because they self-revive their field and because their break ride draws them back their cards that they retired, so they don't need draws. And I love triple critting on stride. It's hilarious. So they do it a lot for some reason. And it's always this guy. It's always this guy. Anyone who's played against me, they hate this crocodile. The Dinodile, this crocodile. Would you call him the crocodile? Every time it's the crocodile, it's always crocodile, crocodile, and crocodile. Or tiger. Or saber-tooth. And yeah. So anyway, that's the triggers as well as the heals. I'm just running the Shaman, Savage Shaman. So I'm running these because they don't really need the Ancient Dragon triggers. I'm not running the Limit Break guy anymore. But basically, I'm showing this because I think in the future, Savages is a subclan of Tachikaze that never really took off too much. I mean, they kind of glazed over them when they invented Ancient Dragons. But I kind of think Savages would be a cool new archetype in the future that could rival like Shadow Paladin or something from the Dragon Empire. But anyway, the Savage heal, and then the starter is just the Legion starter, Baby Saurus, because if you're up against anyone except Kagero, or I guess in some cases Narukami, or Gear Chronicle, this guy is just gonna go off and he's gonna search this thing. So it's better to guarantee search this than to randomly try to look for a grade 3, which might fail. So this is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. For the strides, I am running 1 Super Ancient Dragon Pearly Titan, because it only really needs, I only have 1, but you only really need like 1 or 2. I guess 2 is better than 1, but the deck, like I said, doesn't stride that much. It's heavily focused on Legion. So the stride, you can actually first stride this, which is why I only use 1. And then the other strides include 3 of the Destruction Tyrant Arch Raider. So he's actually pretty good because he gives the deck Kagero power. Like if it hits, if his attack hits, he can retire one of his guys, which usually will be like this guy. He'll just come right back up. Or and yeah, then he gets 5,000, and when he hits the Vanguard, choose one of the opponent's rear guards and retire. So you get to choose what to retire, and it can be anything. Grade 3, 2, 1, 0. So this is pretty good in here. Yeah, and then the only other remaining strides are 2 Madu, because it's heavily Legion focused. Madu is really good. Stride for free. There's only 9 grade 3s, no stride fodder. And then the 1 Atmos and the 1 Blizza, just because there's nothing better right now. So that was Ancient Dragon's stride format as of right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, this deck is definitely a rogue deck. I consider it almost kind of like anti-meta, because nobody expects to play against it, and then when they do, it's always annoying, because especially when they're running 12 critical with a Vanguard that's already stacking a critical of 2 or 3 on multiple turns. So like I said, hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Cardfight Vanguard videos in the future. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks.